What's up, you guys? Namicon here, bringing you my perspective of what entertainment is bringing us. You might be wondering what's with the change of scenery. Well, I decided that I'm gonna change places. I didn't move. Don't worry about that. It's just that I changed. I just went to a different room. Won't say as to why because it's pretty personal. But anyways, today I'll be talking about Bumblebee, which was released in theaters on December 21st, 2018. The film was successful at the box office and was critically well received, with many considered to be the best Transformers film, but it's unfortunately the lowest grossing Transformers film to date, by grossing almost $470 million at the box office, while having a $135 million budget. The film stars Haley Steinfeld, John Cena, Angela Bassett, Justin Theroux, and Peter Cullen. The film is directed by Travis Knight. The film is about Bumblebee, where he sees that Cybertron is falling apart thanks to a war with the Autobots and the Decepticons. Leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime, tells his crew to fall back as they are losing the battle, and because of that, each Autobot has to go to a different planet, including Bumblebee himself, where he goes to Earth. He came to Earth unwanted as he blasts through an army training facility where multiple men were injured. And the Colonel, Jack Burns, was mad as hell to the point where he wanted to destroy him. He was then tracked by a Decepticon named Blitzwing, where he destroyed his vocal cords and memory core. Thus the reason why Bumblebee was silenced on the Bay films. First off, I had to agree with the critics here. This is by far the best Transformers movie to date. It may be debatable if you want to compare it to the 80s film, but compare it to the Bay films, oh my god, it's not even close. Like, the only Bayformers film I would argue that would stand against Bumblebee is the first film. And even then, that movie's mid as hell. This film has so much heart into it. I love the social link between Bumblebee and Haley Steinfeld's character Charlie. It's so wholesome. Charlie is the reason why Bumblebee has a name now. They are basically the best parts of the movie, and thankfully they make up the majority of the movie. The action sequences is excellent. Unlike the Bay films, explosions are not everywhere. The fight scenes are clear as possible, making us know who's fighting who, and they actually put a lot of focus in it. Whereas with the Bay films, they only focus the fight for like 10 or 20 seconds. The plot is basically a fish out of water story. It's done a million times, but it's the execution that's what mainly matters. And man, it is executed beautifully. Travis Knight is a director that should not be overlooked. I checked his previous film, Kubo and the Two Strings. That film is a fucking masterpiece, and it's one of my favorite films of all time. That film should have won an Oscar, like, if I'm being honest. The CGI is fantastic. Cybertron looks absolutely breathtaking, and the designs for the Transformers cater towards the G1 era, which is great. Fans wanted to see those designs in the big screen for a long time, and they look great. Especially Optimus Prime, who looked straight out of the 80s cartoon. Overall, Bumblebee is a fantastic film that is a love letter to the Transformers franchise while having its own contained story. The story is sweet, action is excellent, and the visuals are amazing. The only flaw that this movie has are the villains. Because, my god, they are so forgettable. I don't even know their names. I just know that they're part of the Decepticons. And just the fact that they're both voiced by Angela Bassett and Justin Theroux. But otherwise, yeah, they're insanely forgettable. I mean, I would say John Cena's character is Jack Burns is also an antagonist, but I hesitate to call him that if I'm being honest. But anyways, so I'm only a casual Transformers fan. I don't know much about the series. I haven't watched a lot about it. I don't recall ever collecting the toys. I was never a fan of the Bay films, if I'm being honest. And looks like, from what I've seen from the Transformers community, they're not that big on it as well. They're not. They practically fucking hate the movies, which is good because they're not good. They're not good movies. But the one Transformers thing that I really love besides the Bumblebee film is Transformers Animated that used to air on Cartoon Network. That show is fantastic. I love that show. So, but anyways, to all you Transformers fans out there, do you love the Bumblebee movie? Yes? No? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and make sure you follow my Instagram, Backlog, and Letterboxd down in the description down below. And if you want to, you can also join my Discord server down in the description down below. This is Namicon, and I'll see you next time.